Thank you very much, Madam President. You know, the great thing about this council is that there's such a diversity. We oftentimes hear the rhetoric and criticism about the fact that we all think the same way and we all vote the same way, and it couldn't be farther from the truth. You know, it's just interesting to me, and it happens a lot when we have discussions just like this. Look, one of the things I wanted to comment on is this conversation about undesirable uses. Because I think it's very interesting, you know, and it all depends on where you are. I remember this debate when we were talking about Walmart. In Germantown, we have a Walmart. In Clarksburg, we have a bus depot that's right next to townhomes, And the townhomes came after the bus depot. And all of those townhomes are occupied and filled by residents, and they enjoy their way of life there. I represent them, so I know. Now, the interesting thing is that I'm not saying that one size fits all and everything that's right for some is right for all. That's a reality also. And so we always have to explore. And that's what I think is important about this body, and the reason why I'm happy to be a part of it is that we always do our due diligence. You know, unfortunately, people oftentimes always quickly react to us talking about something. I believe that we have to talk and explore issues. And then if we figure out that it doesn't work, then we can say, okay, and do it over or do it differently. That's all right. That's a part of the process. You know, and I want to say this because I think that it's important. You know, we've been criticized by a number of people, and they go through the same processes. You know, something that's very personal to me is our Confederate statue that's in Rockville. You know, something that I haven't talked a lot about, but I respected the process that Rockville city government went through and don't have any issues with what they came up with. They have a process. But at the same time, respect our process. Respect the fact that people think about the views of our constituents and weigh them when we make the decisions that we make. Don't be so quick to criticize folks in terms of trying to figure out solutions that are going to affect and support the broader good of our entire community. I want to say thank you to our Board of Education for volunteering to utilize property to be a part of the solution. They should not be criticized for that. And the fact that they came about with a decision that said maybe this isn't the best use for our facility and maybe it doesn't work with the community. That's the process. That's how it works. That's important. And I want people to recognize that. So let me say all of that and then also say at this point, I cannot support a declaration of no further need. We haven't come up with a solution that makes sense for us in how to move forward. In handling the large number of buses that we have. So we're going to continue to work on this and continue to try and find a solution. I think that the challenges surrounding Carver, and I've met with the Carver Coalition and told them this directly, our challenges are much larger than what's at Carver. We have a much bigger issue, and Carver was just a small piece, a small drop in the bucket. But at the same time, that's not to minimize the impact that residents feel in terms of it, you know, having an impact on their communities, and I certainly understand that. So one of the things that I wanted to close with is a comment that Councilmember Alberts made about being worth it at all, and I just wanted to espouse the same sort of opinion that I gave to my Carver Coalition members that I met with, and that's that me continuing to support building places for people to live is important. And so that does need to be a part of the conversation as well. And so just to say that, well, we're not going to move forward, there's not a lot of land that's left in Montgomery County. And there are a lot of people who still want to experience the great things that is Montgomery County. I talk to residents all the time who are looking to come to Montgomery County from other jurisdictions because of the great things that we have here to offer. That's a beautiful thing, and we should share that. And I want to make sure that that point is out there because a lot of residents, unfortunately, aren't of that same opinion. They want to keep those great things that are Montgomery County just to themselves. And I understand that. It's great to... Listen. Please, people. Please.
We have to ask you to be respectful, and if you, so I ask you to not interfere.
And the key is that I'm not talking about the Carver Coalition. That's the thing. These are discussions that go well on before and will continue on after you. I'm not talking about your particular neighborhood. Your particular neighborhood doesn't really weigh into that discussion. I see it all the time. And if I don't speak about it, then I'm not doing my due diligence in why I ran for office. I ran for office to make sure that everyone has an opportunity, not just the people who are able to come here today and talk about the fact of things that are important to them, but also the people who work 2 and 3 jobs who aren't able to be here at a lot of our public hearings. Those are the folks that also have a voice and also need to be represented and also need to be recognized in our process of making sure that we can provide housing for everyone. So, as I said before, at this point, I can't support a declaration of no further need. I think that we need to continue to explore the options that are out there and come up with a solution that makes sense. And right now, we don't have a solution that makes sense and handles a number of the issues that are before us. So thank you very much, Madam President.